presenting His Most Royal Majesty, the King.
Hey guys, it's yours truly come back at you all with another one, and today I will be showing you my own personal 3 DDD combos to summon out all of your kings, from the regular kings to the high kings to the super dome kings. I'll be showing you my personal 3 combos that I would recommend if you want to summon them out and be just as explosive as Akaba Reiji is out of the anime, or known as Declan in the dub. I don't like the dub, but you guys know that there are a ton of DDD combos that can be executed, boards that can be made, all of which I will also show you guys how to interact with those boards, cause disruption, prevent those boards, and be able to break those boards with relative ease, because most of the boards established follow the same simplicity in partner, and I will show you guys exactly how to wreck those. But without further ado, let's get to the combos. Alright, it looks like we open up with our opening combo. First we play Dark Contract with the gate so we can add our Swirl Slime. Then you want to fuse the Swirl Slime with the Baphomet and then make the Genghis. And you want to be careful about zone placement because of links and the arrows to the zones in which they point to. Now we're going to revive the Baphomet with Night Howl, and then we're gonna synchro into King Alexander, and then we're gonna revive both the Baphomet and the Swirl Slime. Then we'll use Baphomet's effect and we'll make the Swirl Slime a 4, and then we're gonna exceed something into King Caesar. That's your 3-card combo to summon out your Exceed, Synchro, and Fusion play in a single turn. We'll pass turn so I can show you guys exactly how to push them from their current states straight into their High King forms. And first what we need to do is add another Swirl Slime from our deck to our hand, and we need to enter the battle phase so we can get the Night Howl back into the graveyard, and now we can proceed. Now we're going to fuse to make another King Genghis. Summon it there. Then what we want to do, no, we're not activating that. Yes, we want to use Alexander's effect so we can bring back the Tuner. No. Now we're going to link away the Caesar and the Alexander for Gilgamesh. Yes, now we want to bring that Alexander back. Yes, and yes. Now we're going to be able to add our fusion card that allows us to fuse contact with the Swarm King, and then we're going to set our scales using Orthoros and Ragnarok. Now we're going to special back the Alexander, use Ragnarok's effect, and bring back our Wave King Caesar. You don't have to, there's no need to. I just brought it back so when I use it as fusion material it doesn't get banished. Now we're going to overlay both the Genghises so we can make the High King Wave Caesar, and then we're going to synchro with the Alexander and the Night Howl for our High Gust King Alexander. Now we're going to fuse and go into our High King Genghis. That's just so I can keep more fodder for revival in the graveyard. Let's bring back our Alexander. Yes, and let's bring back Night Howling so we could prepare for our Superdome King summon. And why not, we can summon him now Super Doom King Bright Armageddon. And now all of our monsters cannot be targeted by card effects, so we're just gonna pass turn and then summon our next 2 Super Doom Kings during our next turn. Yes, let's negate that so we don't take 1,000 points of damage. It's only 1 we took. Now we're gonna use Orthros effect to help clear the back row and open up our scales. Since we have Klepper in hand, we're gonna set that so we can pendulum summon. But first, we're going to fusion summon so we can clear our extra monster zone out. And this is why I was being cautious about monster placement, because whatever's in the monster zone, once it's occupied and it's not a link monster, you're gonna have to remove it. Just now, we just fused for our Super Dome King purplish Armageddon. Well, I call them by the color they are. It's actually just purple. So we're gonna pendulum summon our Ragnarok back, and then we're going to revive our executive. Well, not executive, because I watched the sub. Our High King Wave Caesar. Now we're gonna overlay into the darkest, and that will get us all of our Super Dome Kings. Plus, we're gonna revive again just to keep our board stacked with plenty of power. So we're bringing back our Gus King Alexander, and then we're gonna attack so we could out this duel. And by the powers vested in me by these Super Dome Kings, I hereby decree your end. And on to the next combo. Alright, this is a 4-card combo. Let's see if we can get out of the pieces. Excellent. We got our Swirl Slime, so we'll just banish the Chaos King Apocalypse. And now let's get our Vice, and now we can go off. First, what you need to do is fuse into both level 6 Ganguses, and we're going to do that with both Necro and Swirl Slime. Remember zone placement. You don't want to put anything in your extra monster zone unless you want to link it away. So always remember zone placement, as well as where your opponent has face down card set. Now we're going to link both of those away for Gilgamesh. And then we're going to set our scales so that we can pendulum summon. We're going to put Chaos King in there and Servant Newton. Now we're gonna normal summon our Night Howling so we could revive one of the Ganguses, and then pendulum summon the Vice so that it triggers the Gangus effect to revive the second copy of itself. Bam, that's both our 6s. Now we're going to exceed summon into our High King Wave King High Caesar, and then we're gonna synchro into our Gus High King Alexander. I don't know why they give them such long names. Now we can fuse from our graveyard so that we can make our Flame High King Gangus, and that is how you summon all of those out in a single turn. We will also pass turn, and then I will show you guys how to progress them from this state into their Super Doom forms. Now we just took 1,000, and what you need to do is add a level 8 if you can't fusion summon another second High Flame King Gangus. And what we're gonna do here is link away again so we can send the High King Caesar to the graveyard so we can add the fusion card, so we'd be able to fuse. Now we're gonna revive it. No. And now we are going to pendulum summon out the we can't. Oh yeah, we could. Yeah, pendulum summon out the Doom King Armageddon so we can overlay and exceed summon the darkest. Well, I call it the darkest since it has dark in its title. No, we're not gonna use that effect as yet. What we're gonna do from here, we're gonna fusion summon So, oh sorry, we're gonna actually banish 2 from the grave to summon the Apocalypse, and then we're gonna normal summon the Night Howling, and then we are going to make the brightest. Well, I call it the brightest since it has white in it, since it has bright in its title. No, we're not gonna use that yet. Now we're gonna fuse so that we can actually make the purplish. Well, it's only purple, but I just call it by their colors. Now we banish 1 from the grave and send the Executive Caesar back to the graveyard so we can add again, and then we're gonna revive him again. We're just raping his effect to just keep adding more dark contracts from our deck to our hand. Summon him back to the field, and then we have plenty of fighting power. Now all of our monsters cannot be targeted, and all of our pendulum monsters cannot be destroyed by card effects, which make them really OP. And on to our last combo. This is a 5-card combo. Let's see if we can get it out. I'm using Magician's Soul to help the draw power and consistency. Let's banish, draw 2. We still haven't gotten everything we need. We're gonna allow. Let's banish souls again. We're going to allow again. We gotta try to pry them out. Let's banish Ghost. Yes, we're gonna put the Servant Newton back in our grave, and we're gonna send those 2 we don't need, and they were actually critical cards to counter an opponent's field if they made one of those ridiculous boards that DDs, Black Wings, and Raid Raptors can make. Like, I love the way I construct decks and put formulas together. Now first we're gonna fuse into our Flame High King. Genghis normal summon the Ghost, which would trigger Genghis effect so we can revive Vice. And now we are going to go into the Crystron so that we can get Lamia. I mean, we really don't need it. We could just get another Ghost. We're gonna do some chain blocking to make sure it goes off. Let Ghost effect go. Send another Slime to the grave. We're just gonna put Lamia there just because we really don't need it. Because we have souls in play, we're just gonna link for sheep. Now if we didn't have souls, then we would have had to have brought the Lamia to use a special summon ability so we could have linked into Genghis after we made sheep. We're gonna use to link into Gilgamesh. Now we're going to set our scales between 5 and 10 so we have a pen summon. Now we're going to fuse from our graveyard because we want a fusion in Sheep's column to bring back the Ghost of the Graveyard. So we're going to summon another High King, Genghis, get Sheep, use Sheep effect, and then we're also going to use Ragnarok's effect because we want to revive our second copy of Genghis, and then we get our Ghost. Then we're gonna synchro summon for the brightest Armageddon. You can basically put them anywhere now because you really don't have another link play. Some chain block, well, no effect went off, but normally that's what you do to chain block. Now we're gonna pendulum summon so that we can revive another 8 so we can overlay into the darkest. Then with the pendulum fusion in our hand, we're going to fuse for the purplish. And you can basically use anything from your pendulum zone on the field. That's why I recommend it over the regular contract with the Swarm King. So you can like set your scale with like 2 DDDs and then just pendulum away if you didn't have any other resources. We're just going to use this effect to pop and then just assault our opponent. This wouldn't kill them because they're only going to take half the damage since we revived with Ragnarok's effect while it was in the pendulum scale. And that is combo number 3. So until next time, guys, later.